On today's episode of the Grab My Banner podcast, we have Season 11 launch, baby. Let's go. We're going to go over some of the patch notes. Not everything, but we're going to go over the important parts. We're also going to play a game called What Are the Odds? We're going to go through and list all of the things that could potentially happen in Season 11 and attach some odds to them to see how realistic they are. We're also going to talk Grab My Bachelor. What do you do when you first meet your significant other's parents for the first time? And once again, the infamous cheek scale makes a return. Anytime a new legend is in, a new cheek scale is in as well. So, without further ado, let's get into the show.
(911) What is your emergency?
Oh my god. I don't know what's happening. There's something wrong. There's something seriously wrong. I don't know what to do right now.
Sir, I'm going to need you to calm down and tell me what exactly is going on.
I don't even know how to... Ma'am, it's working. It's fucking working, and I don't know.
Sir, I need you to take a deep breath and tell me what is going on so we can help you.
I'm sorry. Okay, the game is working. There's a game, and it's actually it's never happened before, and I have a really bad feeling that something's going on at headquarters. It's never worked like this. This has never been the case, and it's so out of character. I feel like something bad's going on. I feel like there's some sort of hostile takeover happening right now because this has never happened.
Sir, 911 is for emergencies only.
This is an emergency. Can't you see? I mean, there's trends here. They have never, ever done this right. And all of a sudden they do it right? What are you talking? That can't be real. There's got to be some sort of mystery. There's got to be some sort of takeover going down at headquarters.
Once again, sir, calling 911 without emergency is a serious federal offense. Did you say Apex Legends?
Yes, Apex Legends is working at launch.
Sir, we are dispatching all available units to Respawn Entertainment immediately. Thank you for serving your community well.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Grab My Banner podcast, episode number 60. And boys, on Olympus, we had a big blue dick. And then we got a big orange dick. Rejoice, because now we have a big orange anus sitting on the brand new map of Storm Point, baby. That thing literally is a butthole. It's a butthole you can fly into. It's not just the fact that it's a hole in the mountain that you can fly into. It's the fact that when you go down it, it actually feels like you're traveling through an anus.
It's kind of crazy.
Fucking mind-blowing.
It is mind-blowing.
It gets tighter.
It gets tighter as it goes down, and then you go all the way through it, and then you kind of toilet bowl, which is funny because it's an anus, into the loot area, and then that's where you fight.
Surprising amount of open space in the bottom of the anus.
A lot of
a lot of open space.
Would we consider it a top 5 place to land on Storm Point?
I mean, as of right now, I would say so. It definitely commands the show over there.
It does. It's actually called Command Center?
Command Center.
Okay, so which makes a lot of sense. We're calling it the anus, but it's also a command center.
Your body runs off
Would you all consider your actual anus to be somewhat of a command center as well?
When it tells me to go, I go.
We've gotten 2 large penises, and now we have just one big anus. We can go down into it and just have a great time with the anus.
Yeah, and you and your homies can all land in the anus. It's going to be great.
Dude, and every now and then you get down there, there's a ton of little, high and low areas, little crevices you can go and creep behind and kind of, protect yourself from the oncoming shrapnel.
Yeah, and Brian, if there's one thing I love is going to hit some anus with the homies. That's probably one of my
100%.
favorite things to do.
Greatest thing ever.
If you're not hitting anus with the homies, what are you doing?
That probably means you don't have very many homies.
No.
If your homies don't want to go anus hunting with you, then what's the point?
What's the point?
Dude, there's no reason.
All right, boys, we got a awesome show for you guys here today. Today is the drop date, obviously, of Season 11, and it's awesome. There's not much I can say right now. I felt like the last probably 5 or 6 seasons we've enjoyed Apex because, we have this podcast, we're able to talk about it, and new things are always awesome, but this isn't just a new season. It just feels very, very good. It feels like the old days of Apex before we started this show, and why we wanted to start the show is because we loved it so much. This season kind of reignited that in me, and it's awesome. It's just awesome, dude. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah, I mean, the new map and new everything is so refreshing, man. It just brings more life to the game, and like the fact that our launch went off without a hit, like it just went absolutely great. Like nothing messed up at all.
It's almost as if me was positive last week, the only one who was positive about having a great new season. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, I'm scared." But over
Carter,
here,
we've been hurt. We've been hurt many times. You can't blame us for this.
But
okay?
honestly, I can though.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
we're pessimistic. We gotta listen to Mr. Plus Sign.
Yeah, we gotta listen to
Mr. Plus Sign has been telling us, "Hey, relax," and we haven't been listening.
I haven't.
Although he did break the truce.
Wait, no.
Listen to episode 59.5.
Definitely.
Boys, let's get into the Raise Energy question of the week. Don't forget to head on down to repsports.com where you can use code BANNER, BANNER, for 15% off all Raise Energy products. Boys, every new season, like clockwork, we've got to bring back a very special and integral part of the Grab My Banner podcast. It is time for the Season 11 cheek scale. Ash, unfortunately, is a robot. There's not a whole lot of cheekage there, but we can imagine things. We also are switching up the way we're doing the cheek scale this year, because before we would do it on a numbered system. This year we're going to go off of tiers and how we rate each legend based on those tiers. So, boys, let's get into it. Cheek scale. Here we go. There's lots of asses out there, and we're going to rank them.
So I did my tier list based off the ability to stop yourself from looking when you're right in front of your girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Obviously, S tier means that like there's no chance. We're probably both looking.
You might even bring it up in conversation.
I'm telling you, like, no, this S tier is like no matter what you're looking. Like
you can't help.
There's no chance that you're not looking, and she's probably looking too. I've got Gibby, Loba, Valk, Wraith, and Pathfinder.
That is a large S tier
way
list.
too big to be an S tier.
That is a huge S tier list.
S tier should be at most 3.
Those 5, bro. I'm telling you,
You put 5 in an S tier list.
Can we ban
third of the roster?
Can we ban Kyle from going first?
What? Fuck you. Hey,
Kyle,
fuck you.
Kyle just put a third of the roster in the S tier.
Yeah. There's a lot of good-looking asses in this list. All right?
Okay.
Kyle settles.
First of all, okay, I'm telling you,
Here's
any
Kyle.
of those.
In the S tier, or do you have people above other people?
Or are they all the same?
They're all the same.
You
You're dumb.
think
You're-
Gibraltar
you are.
and
Oh my.
Loba are the same?
Yeah, so thick.
Okay. All right. Well, give me your explanation then.
Okay, listen, I'm telling you right now, if you can see it from the front, you're wondering what it looks like from the back, all right? So when you see Gibraltar, okay, and he's cheeked up on a Tuesday afternoon, you're walking through the mall with your girl, okay? As soon as you pass by, you're like, God damn, he's kind of thick. And you just turn around, you're like, damn, he actually is thick. And
You actually might flip it on the girlfriend. You're going to get mad at her for staring too
yeah,
long.
I'm like, damn, baby, what are you doing?
I
And we're
can't
just
believe
not
this
even
man
talking.
put Pathfinder in the S tier. Can
Hey,
you explain yourself?
Listen, I'm telling you one time, the Crimson Knight skin or whatever it's called.
Yes,
I'm
that skin is
telling you.
phenomenal. It's not S tier, but it's fucking phenomenal.
I'm telling you, you if you can see it walking towards you, you're looking.
So I agree with you that the Crimson Knight skin should be noted, but I put that under the flashes of greatness, right? That is Pathfinder. It's not always going to be
Wait.
a fat ass.
He has Pathfinder in S tier?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
Pathfinder in
You're
S
dumb,
tier.
Kyle.
What? I'm telling you right now, that
Kyle-
one skin, there's some cheekage there.
Kyle,
And-
finish your garbage list.
Okay. So the A tier is like, you might look, but you know,
It's not the end of the world if you don't.
yeah, you kind of want to peek, but you're not really like, nah. You know, if your girl peeks, maybe you might peek. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So I have Watson, Horizon, and Mirage
Okay.
because you know they're kind of got cheeks, but they're not like, oh my god, I got to look at these cheeks.
Wait, you didn't put Wraith in the A tier?
No, Wraith was in
Wraith
S
is in
tier.
S.
Oh
for him.
my god. That is almost more. That is almost worse than Pathfinder being
It
in
is
there.
worse than Pathfinder.
I'm telling you right now, you can see it from the front.
Wraith?
That's
Yes.
no.
No.
She's
my
stiff.
God.
Kyle,
Kyle,
you're getting
what is
ass
happening?
and hips mixed up.
No, listen. If she got hips, she kind of got some ass.
That's not always
true.
the case.
That is like the case. Like 90%
I will call a
of the time.
scientist right now and confirm.
I need a scientist
Wyatt,
in the
it's me.
building.
Oh my. Okay, so your A tier is what I think everybody else's like C tier would be
Probably.
Yeah, I mean,
Who knows?
because you put every fucking person in the S tier.
Then B tier is like, nah, I probably wouldn't look, but maybe, you know. Yeah.
Okay is like C.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Then B is still pretty decent. I mean, Seer, Lifeline, and Rampart are in.
Bro, you're
C-
giving
are
too
D
much
tier.
credit to these people.
So bad.
Too much
I am
credit
just
to these
so
people.
bad.
C tier. There's only one in C tier, and that's Bang.
Okay.
And then D tier is Caustic, Fuse, and Octane, and then there's everybody else.
Okay. Can I go real quick? I got a
Is
list.
it going to be trash like that?
I don't.
Hold up, my list is great.
It's horrible.
It's really just you messed yourself up putting a third of the fucking roster in the S tier.
There's a lot of good cheeks in the S tier.
But
Okay.
that's not
well-
S tier. S tier is
B is good.
S tier
is spectacular.
Is awesome though.
I can't believe you.
What?
I pictured you as an ass connoisseur. This would be like if we were all at a wine tasting event and we all brought like very expensive, fancy wines, and you came up with some barefoot. That's what you just did to this entire thing.
Listen,
this
I
entire
don't-
operation,
Brought some
you just. We were the cake bosses before. Now I don't know what we are. Moving on. So I followed something similar to Kyle. My S tier is physically, I just can't look away. Even if I try to look away, I just can't do it. If I wanted to look away, my body physically, all of my molecules, all of my atoms would immediately make my body turn and look at this ass. And that is Loba and that is Volk. Okay? Both of them, incredible. Now, they're different body styles, they're different body types, but they're both very good in their own right. I think they're the perfect one for each body type.
Yeah, one's biodegradable and the other's not.
Brian, don't
be doing this, all right?
do this. Don't do this, okay? Just not this, Brian. Just let us have Loba. Just let us have her, bro.
I didn't even say anything. Why are you suggesting Loba? Is there something you think?
Oh my god, I'm moving on.
Oh my god.
Then I go into the A tier, and this is just damn. That's just the damn tier. It's just nice.
Damn.
I go with Rampart and Mirage.
Bull.
Mirage has a great ass.
I'm not talking about Mirage.
I don't like that pick.
I don't like the Rampart there.
Rampart's got cake.
No.
Rampart's got secret
Not
cake.
more cake than Horizon.
Bro, if it's secret, then it ain't that cake.
Listen, they just didn't give her the greatest skins for the cake, okay? She came out at a terrible season. Everybody was like, oh my god, that season was so bad. And they don't think to look, hey, maybe I should look at the cake. They don't look at the cake. They don't examine it. They don't they don't
because
turn
there's
the
nothing
skin
to
and find
examine.
it. There is, Brian. There is. And I will die on this hill. Rampart's got somewhat of some cake.
Somewhat of
It's
some
not,
cake is
somewhat
not
of
A
some
tier.
cake is not A.
It's not A tier.
That's A tier.
No.
I think it's A tier. I think Rampart is
Trash.
very underrated.
Well, I think you're onto something.
I think it's
Thanks, Carter.
B
You
tier.
have someone who is basically going after this decision by you because he put Pathfinder in S tier because of one skin, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah. Moving on to my B tier. This one is called the Flashes of Greatness. It's a little lower than Damn because when you say Damn, you're like, oh shit. When you see Flashes, you're just like, I can live without ever looking at it, and that is Wraith, Watson, and Seer.
Tragic.
I think Wraith is.
You don't even have Horizon in there?
No, I don't have Horizon
Oh,
in there.
my
I didn't put Horizon on this list because, quite frankly, I didn't think she deserved to be on it. Seer, surprisingly caked out. I didn't notice this last season, but I took a longer gander at Seer. There's some cheeks there. And then we've got Watson and Wraith, who have always kind of been, that middle of the pack, above average cake, which is why they're in the B. Okay? Then we move on to the overrated. Gibraltar. Gibraltar is so overrated.
easily
dude.
overrated.
So
No
overrated. Everybody's
way.
like, oh, Gibraltar has a fat ass. Number one,
What?
none of the skins really show ass that you can see. If you think Gibraltar has an ass, you're probably looking at fan art. And we're not looking at fan art. We're looking at what the game gives us. We're looking at the facts, okay? And Gibraltar
Wait.
and all of his skins, it's just overrated.
Question. If that's the logic, then how the hell do you have Rampart in the A tier?
I can see it, Brian. I
No,
can
you
see it.
can't.
I can see it. I see the arch. I can see it right there, and
No.
I just know that
Gibby
there's
has
something
more of an
there.
arch than that. Gibby's got
Also, people forget that Rampart had that one little opening skit. I believe it was to Valk's season. Remember when right before the launch trailer? There was cake all over that screen. That's the game showing you. That's the game. That's not fan art. That is the game. Apex showed me that there was cheeks there.
But
and I
Gibby's
believe
got
it.
double cheeked up.
I haven't seen it from.
Gibby's
There
not.
has not been evidence of that. I can't. There's no evidence. Okay. And then I have the I think tier. Okay. Lifeline, Ash. Lifeline's always wearing baggy pants. I can't tell, but I think Ash is a robot. But the human version, I think.
Probably
I think. That's all. I don't have any
I didn't
proof.
know we were gonna name these tiers, but I love
You
it.
don't have to. I just did it for my own thing. And then my last tier is the unfairly treated, and that is poor fucking Fuse. What are they doing? What are they doing with Fuse? You're telling me this guy has 6-pack abs. He's been working his ass off on a planet that blows shit up all the time, and he doesn't have some cake?
Got his ass blown
That is
off.
ridiculous, bro. He got his arm blown off, not his ass blown off.
Yeah, well, he might have got his ass blown off in the process.
Hashtag give Fuse cake. And that
Hashtag.
rounds out my list. Brian, you're up.
Starting the movement.
Okay, we're gonna just jump straight to what is the true S tier. Everybody knows it, and that is Valkloba. Easy.
Easiest S tier.
Valkloba asterisk. A tier is
No asterisk.
Don't put the asterisks.
asterisk is already on the paper, bro.
Don't.
It's on the paper.
You cheap
Um,
motherfucker.
A tier.
Put the asterisk for Valk, bro. Wow,
No, I
that's
put the
fucked up,
asterisk for
bro.
Loba.
Bro, I
the
can't believe you would do
asterisk for
such a
Damn,
thing.
that's so mean.
A tier is Watson, Mirage, and Pathfinder.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me Gibraltar ain't on that?
I'm getting there.
Gibraltar's overrated.
I'm getting there.
We already talked about that.
I'm getting to Gibraltar.
Oh.
A tier, Watson, Mirage, Pathfinder. No one can argue there's ass on all three of those. There is. There's ass on all three of them.
There's
at
ass.
At some point, Pathfinder, when he does show,
It's there.
It is immaculate.
He's double cheeked up
when
on a
he
Tuesday.
when he chooses not to show, is when it's not there. So it's up to him. But when he wants to bring it out, it's full blown. Like there's no
Inconsistency.
question. That's why he's not S tier. B tier, Wraith, Horizon, Rampart.
Okay.
I upped Rampart a little bit. I gave a little bit of
Thank
respect.
you.
there.
I appreciate your respect.
That being said, I would still, if I were to order them, she's still beneath Wraith and beneath Horizon.
I will say that is a fair assumption by somebody
Me.
who put an asterisk.
Because the asterisk is accurate.
For Valk, bro, trash.
That's
No,
so
it's
mean.
for Loba. C tier is Bangalore and Seer. I have this one. I actually have a note next to it. Says, it's there, but meh. Like
Yeah.
it's nothing over the top. This is the mediocre ass.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That's what it is.
The mediocre cheese.
Listen, you're not going to write home about this ass. You're not going to write home to your buddy, bro, I saw the greatest ass. No.
No.
You're never going to do that. B tier, right angle, right lighting, maybe. Maybe it could jump up to an A. A tier is A tier. You know, Pathfinder shows that flash of greatness. You're fucking writing home about it, no doubt.
Yeah, this tier, if they were trying to become Instagram models, they would get at least 20K, but everybody else above are going 60 and above.
Oh, easy.
K followers.
B tier and above are easy. They can do.
They can live
they
off
can-
of being an Instagram model.
They can get there. C tier, meh, maybe for a little bit.
A side gig?
Yeah, a side
Yeah,
gig.
side gig.
Now D tier, this is they either have a bad ass, like not their bad ass, but like either they have a very bad like ass. They have no ass, or it's just not a good ass, or you're just blatantly unable to see. Which I'm going under the impression, if you had a good ass, I would be able to see your ass.
You could see the potential.
You better
No,
not.
I'd be able to see your ass.
You better not.
So I see Lifeline in there
Oh, that's hurtful.
because you can't see it. You just can't see it.
I think.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I got Crypto in there because you can't see it. I got Caustic in there because it's just bad.
Don't you fucking do it.
And I got Gibby in there because it's just
Dude,
bad.
bitch.
No,
It's
no,
not.
no.
There's
No.
nothing there. There's no
Kyle?
shape. It's just
I will-
there. It's flat.
No. I will die on this hill. Gibraltar has cake.
Kyle, I hate to say it, but he's right. And you want to know why?
Why?
Caustic, Gibraltar, they have this could have been its own tier. It could have been fat guy ass tier.
No.
And it's Gibraltar
Gibraltar
and it's Caustic.
is
They have
not-
fat guy ass.
No.
They do.
Caustic has fat guy ass. Gibraltar is voluptuous.
No,
in
fat
the
guy
booty
ass.
area.
He's got fat guy ass. I don't want to say it. I like Gibraltar. I don't want to say it. He's got fat guy ass.
No, Gibraltar's got big old booty syndrome.
So my last tier, no ass known. They have no ass, and it is known that they have no ass. Ash, sorry.
I'm sorry, yeah.
There's no ass there. There's
I think
literally
maybe-
it doesn't matter. It's
Back
not her
when she
anymore.
was a
She's got
human.
no ass. She lost it.
She lost it.
Octane, sorry, dude. You got blown the fuck up.
Yeah, that's-
you just got blown the fuck up, man. That's
He
just what it
probably
is.
lost
He
his-
probably
He could be-
he probably had one at some point.
He could
but
be in his
lost it.
own tier of got blown the fuck up.
Yeah.
That should have its own tier,
Right,
actually.
Revenant.
Confused.
Revenant, same case. You just he ain't. It's just what it is.
He's got a loincloth.
And somehow the only human that did not have their lower body blown up in the entire game, yet is still on the E tier, the no ass known, is Fuse because that thing is as flat as a washboard.
It's just ridiculous.
It's like they took his abs and put it on his ass.
Give you
Give
some
it to
cake.
him. Give you some cake. Carter, your pick really is like the teeter-totter on what people think about
Honestly,
the cake
it's
boss.
sad.
Well, I'm here for the boys.
That's what I'm right.
And that's
what
what
I'm
we're
talking
here
about.
for. The boys.
Yes.
Do it for the boys.
Mhm.
Give it up for the boys.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Because S tier for the boys.
I just saw your first.
We got Gibby.
Oh,
You
Yeah, let's go, Carter.
Well-rounded.
No.
No.
What we're getting with Gibby are
Fat guy ass.
a lifetime of healthy knees, a healthy back, healthy ankles, because we have a nice, strong glute. A tier, it's my guy, Mirage. It's like, why you had him up pretty high.
I had him up
You
high.
know.
You said it last time, and I didn't buy it. I was like, "This is not okay." And then I started looking. I was like, "Wait a second, I'd touch up on that thing."
Yeah, Mirage is pretty nice. For anyone who doesn't think Mirage has a great ass,
You're not looking. You could argue that the trophy that he got for his heirloom is for the ass.
Yeah, actually, that makes more sense.
Mhm.
B tier. This is on the come up. Actually, I have Seer. You touched up on him because honestly, he's got something. To
Yeah,
work with.
on launch, he didn't really have a whole lot that we could look at and be like, "There's cake there."
Yeah.
And then as time went on, we were like, "Wait a second, the cake it's in the oven and it's rising."
Because we knew he was very fit coming into this.
Mhm. If anything, you were a proponent to Seer.
Yeah.
You were like, no. Now you're like, wait a second.
I was assuming that
yes.
he was, and now I can confirm that he does.
There's ass.
Yeah. Also in B tier, I have Crypto. I just know it.
You just know, even though there's a
know.
jacket covering,
I think so, and I know so.
No.
we could throw him in the
B-tier.
I think category.
He
maybe.
is.
I think that
He's got
he
skinny
belongs
dude
in B.
ass.
C tier, I have Caustic. It's honestly just like
fat guy ass.
it's kind of just fat guy ass. Honestly,
I love that phrase so much.
D tier, I got Octane. Even though his legs got blown up, I mean he doesn't have nothing, and that's pretty much what D tier is
He's
for me.
flat.
Is he has something that isn't nothing,
Yeah.
and I don't care what it is. It's just not nothing.
You didn't even mention Loba in the first three.
And
No,
here-
this is for the boys
This
list.
is the boys.
Oh, this is
only
just
for
the
the
boys.
boys. I have
Okay.
the trash tier, which is no ass. So I have Fuse, Pathfinder, and Rev.
Disagree
Fuse.
with Pathfinder, but the rest is.
You guys with Pathfinder are so. You guys make no
Dude.
sense. Ash, you guys have Ash and Rev so low, but you have Path up high for
He's
no
got that
reason.
one skin, and
He
it
has
really,
that one skin. That's cool.
it
Listen,
really
just
did.
because he gets to bolt on his ass whenever he wants to doesn't mean he has to wear it all the time.
It really did impact us in a way that we didn't expect, and it's still impacting us to this day. When we saw those cheeks on Pathfinder, it was so hard to be like, wait a second, what the fuck was
Yes.
that?
No,
Because it just caught us
Pathfinder-
off guard.
If I had another tier for just like get off my list, it would be Pathfinder.
We can make the get off my list
Get
here.
off my list.
Pathfinder, get off my list here. There we go, boys. Well, I think we got a great list here. We got the For the Boys list. Kyle, you put a third of the roster in the S tier list, which is I don't know if that was the smartest move
Well,
That's the
first of all,
freebie
you guys
list.
didn't put Gibby in the top tier, which
because
doesn't
he
make
has
any
fat
he's-
guy ass.
he's-
no,
just a
because
fat-
he's
a fat
got
guy
he's
ass.
a thick boy, and you guys just don't want to give him the credit.
So you just said he has fat guy.
I
no,
did.
I just said he's a thick boy.
I did make another list.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right, here's my real S tier, okay? S tier, I have Bloodhound, Gibby, Lifeline, Pathfinder, Wraith, Bangalore, Revenant, Crypto, Watson, Octane, Mirage, Caustic, Loba, Rampart, Horizon, Fuse, Valk, Seer, and Ash.
Wait, I thought
Wait.
that was Carter talk. I thought that was Kyle for a
I
second.
thought that was Kyle's.
Oh my
He just
God,
copied
fuck
Kyle's
you guys.
list. He copied Kyle's list.
Hey, listen, fuck you.
Oh my fuck, Kyle! You put a third of the roster.
I
in the
put
fucking
5
S tier.
people on there.
Dude,
That's a lot to put in an S tier.
He put all the shitty ones in there. It wasn't mine.
Bro, I could argue that some of the ones that you have, as far as S tier goes, are
Is shitty.
What?
Wraith alone.
Hold on. Let me
Wraith
see your
is-
list. Let me see your list.
It's
S tier is top tier, top class.
okay.
Would you say that Loba has a top tier ass?
Yes.
Do you say that Wraith has a as good an ass as Loba?
Fuck no. You know it too. You can see it on your fucking face.
Do you think that Pathfinder? Do you think Pathfinder has as good of an ass
Even
as Loba?
Even
Okay,
if
listen,
you thought
listen,
Pathfinder...
we're comparing apples to oranges.
no,
here.
No, we're not. We're
no,
comparing
I'm
asses to asses, and
Hey.
there's some that are bigger and some that are smaller, and those two
Hey,
are
listen,
smaller.
I'm telling you right now, in the robot world, Pathfinder cheeks are equal to Lobos.
Then you should have done a robot
Then you
scale.
should have made it.
I'm sorry,
prefaced
but
your scale wrong. That's
If
not on
we're,
us. That's
if
on
we're
you.
doing cheeks up here,
Bad
robot
list.
scale, he's up there.
Carter
with-
made a For
with
the
Lobos.
Boys list. You had every right to make a For the Robots list, and you didn't do it.
For the beat bop list, here we go. I have number 1.
Oh, shit. Well, that should just about do it for the Raise Energy question of the week. Don't forget to head on down to repsports.com where you can use code BANNER for 15% off all Raise Energy products. Also, don't forget to send us what you guys think is the cheek scale list of the future, what you think is the right thing to say and or do, and we will give our feedback because we, once again, are the Cake Bosses. We're going to head into the next segment, which is the discussion, talking about some of the things from the patch notes, not all of them, some of them. We are going to do that right now after this quick ad. All right, here we are, Season 11. Now, last week, we pretty much talked the patch notes, but not really, because they weren't out yet. But every single thing had leaked, so it was pretty much well known what was happening, what was coming as far as weapon changes, legend changes. We're not going to go through the whole patch notes here. We're just going to talk about the things that stood out to us. Number one, I think everybody here at this table took notice to the Watson changes because we have been shitting on Watson for approximately 5-6 seasons now, and it's been fun. We've had a great run. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep shitting on Watson. But I will say this, she got a lot better.
You can't shit on Watson. She counters everything now.
No, I wouldn't say everything.
She counters everything.
Everything?
I wouldn't say everything.
Everything.
I wouldn't say everything.
Watson, try me. Watson counter. What does Watson not counter?
Ash.
Yes, she does.
How?
She stops the projectile, the ability.
But
Octane.
I can just go behind her fences.
Yeah,
Octane.
you can. She stops Octane.
How?
The fence stuns now.
I
Extra.
can just
Well, you
jump
go over the
the
top
fence.
of it, actually.
Or you can activate your stim after you get stunned and you get unstunned.
Brian,
Reacts
you
so
think
quick.
everything is OP?
The
I
stun
don't know.
reacts
See,
quicker.
it's- I don't.
And regardless, the small amount of time that stun hits doesn't. That's enough.
But here's what I'll say. I think Watson got good enough to where she's gotten to the point now where we've talked about the last few seasons. What Apex Legends is trying to do is they're trying to get every legend to a point where they are good enough for anybody to be able to play and not be completely shit. But at the same time, it's not a broken legend like some of the earlier seasons where there were legends that were just so much better than everybody else that there was no reason to play anybody else. Watson has gotten that buff, which is the same thing that Rampart got last season and the same thing that we've seen other legends get as seasons have gone on.
So, in other words, the sell your heirloom buff.
Pretty much, but yeah, so it is that, but in a
Trash.
good way. It's not
Trash
in
heirloom.
it's not in a bad way though. You know, it's not like she's so overpowered. I think the last time we saw something like that was the Revenant buff when he got his heirloom, but they've toned down from that a little bit.
Yep.
So I think
Well, I mean,
Rampart got a buff, but it wasn't nearly what
that's
Revenant
true,
got.
I guess.
people thought Rampart's buff was crazy, and it has not been. It
It was
really
really lackluster.
Yeah, it's good enough for people
Well-
who like to play her, but to be honest, she's still going to be at a bottom tier list of any legends.
I still want to play her.
Yeah, she's. You still want to go in and,
I think
and you can
Loeb
have fun.
I think Loeb is a fun character.
You mean Rampart?
Sorry, Rampart
Yes.
is a fun character.
I think
She's
she's
a fun play
useful. Like, they made her useful enough, but it's not overpowered.
I think that's the goal they're going for. I think that's actually a good word to describe it with. They're going for useful. They're useful legends, but once again, this game has always been centered around teamwork. That's why they've really never done a solos mode other than that one time. So that's what they're going for, and I think they're doing it well with this buff. I do think it's good, Brian. I just don't think it's completely like countering
Broken.
everything.
Oh yeah, no. Listen, I didn't say broken. I just mean she has a counter to almost everything now.
You didn't say almost. You said everything.
Oh, sorry. She has a counter to everything now.
Okay, except for Val just jumping over.
Yeah, Val can fly over, but you still stop all of her projectiles
I
coming
don't
in.
need a projectile. I have a gun.
You stop detectable.
I
Takes
think
away half her kit.
Watson's average rank will go up from Silver 4 to Silver 3.
Okay.
That's my favorite stat that Apex actually puts out.
I know.
You said go up from silver 4 to 3.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, right?
Because no, that's going down in a rank.
No, you
silver,
go. You
silver
start.
It goes
four.
from 4 to 3 to 2 to
Fuck,
1.
you are right.
Oh God, how long have you been stuck in bronze 4?
No, I do think this is a good buff, but I don't. When the patch notes dropped, everybody acted like this was the greatest thing that has ever happened. But it was just like every other buff that we've seen
I feel
from
like
the Legend.
that's how everything is.
Yeah, I agree as well.
You never know how it's going to play out.
Like
Until you actually
Nicewig,
play it.
Nicewig tweeted like she's now like the best character in the game, and I was like, fuck.
No, yeah,
no.
somebody DM'd me and they were like, Nicewig said that this is the most broken character in all of Apex. And I'm like, first of all, you have to remember something. Nicewig is a pro. And when he's not playing pro, he is playing at high tier Predator. I would argue a large portion of this player base is not even close to that. Maybe in high tier Predator, Watson will get used a lot because they play a different style. And in pro ALGS, they're going to be using Watson because she plays a different style. But the vast majority of the people, I think it's going to be, kind of this similar thing. Her pick rate might go up. A lot of people do enjoy Watson. She's not broken by any sense of the word. I think she's just good.
She's going to be as good as your teamwork is. That's the kind of Legend she is. The better your team is, the more coordinated, the better the comms, the better the relationship between all teammates, and the cohesion between the Legends that are picked on your team, the better Watson's going to be. She's very stationary, so that means she's also very dependent on early rotations. So she's going to need a Valkyrie, or she's going to need a Pathfinder or an Octane or someone. And she's going to need someone who can be highly aggressive when the time comes, somebody like an Ashe.
Yeah.
But she's probably still the most team-dependent Legend in the game, but she's also very strong at doing... She's probably the best at what she does. Yeah, she's the best defensive Legend in the game now, I think.
I literally think the two best buffs that she got is the ability to set down her like traps faster, because I feel like that you can do a lot of like boxing shenanigans where you like box people in, and then I also feel like her ultimate not going away after 90 seconds, like it just stays there unlimitedly.
That is very
I
good.
think those two buffs are the best ones.
I think the better one is the fact that the stun on them was increased 100%.
Yeah.
That's probably the best part of her kit for the buff. I don't think that what you described is bad. I just think that stun, when they nerfed the stun, Watson became useless. That's what ended up killing her kit. It wasn't the ult or anything like that. The ult really hurt. I'm glad that it's back indefinitely, but it was the actual like stun reduction that kept teams from wanting to push you, because it used to be you push through a Watson fence, and if you got stunned by it, you're pretty much dead in the water.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be similar to that again. If you're stunned for 3 seconds, that you're dead.
Let's move on to the rank changes. Now, there's a lot of weird feedback from the rank changes. Kyle, do you have those patch notes up?
Yes.
Let me see that real quick.
So the hardest part about this is doing the fucking math, because like I just feel like the Zach Galifianakis meme where it's just the math in the background.
Yeah, all the numbers floating around your head.
Yeah, literally when I read it, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, so you do this and get that, but if you do that, you get this? I was like,
it's very weird.
Fuck?
So it's essentially the higher you get, the less points you receive for KP and RP. Killing people lower than you don't get as much. So when you're at the higher level, a lot of times you are only killing people lower than you, and so it kind of does that. But as far as for people who are lower skill, if you were a platinum player killing a diamond player, you're going to get more points. And they also raise the KP limit, I think, one more to 7. So that you can get more points if you get a win in a ranked match and max out your KP. So that's good. But it's very weird, and there's a lot of math involved. A lot of the pros were complaining about it, which I think they're going to complain no matter what, because they're the ones at the highest level, and they're killing a lot of the lower level people. But for regular, I would say anywhere from silver to diamond players, this is a good thing. Because for us diamond players, a lot of times you get into a lobby and it's like almost all predators and masters, and you're like, fuck, well.
Are you saying if I'm gold and I'm just running around and I put one bullet into a diamond player and get that kill, I'm going to get
not even the kill.
More XP?
You don't have to get the kill.
That is stupid.
You just have to get the
you
just have to get the assist.
You get two more points per rank that they are higher than you. So you get an extra 4 like points on top of it.
Yes. And then for the higher ranked people, they get less points, I believe.
They get -2 per rank.
It starts at 10. The base is 10. Every kill you get is 10 points. So when you kill someone who's 2 tiers above you, you would get 4 extra points for it. So you get 14 for that one. If you kill someone who's 2 tiers beneath you, you're going to get 6 points for that.
That, I don't know.
So we'll have to see what it balances out. What I think is going to end up happening from these changes is it's going to give a very happy feel-good for the majority of the player base because they're going to climb to a higher rank and get higher than they ever have before. But then they're going to hit this hard wall of everyone being at that rank. Mm-hmm. And we're going to end up seeing a lot of players stall out just at a slightly higher tier.
One thing I will say that the pros pointed out that they wanted that they didn't get from these rank changes was it's a team-based game, okay? And the pros have been wanting team-based RP forever. Like, it doesn't matter how many kills you get personally, it matters how many kills the team gets. You know what I mean? Like, they wanted team-based RP because it's a team-based game. So it's not like so-and-so has 7 kills, they're going to get max RP, but I only got, 4 assists, which means that I'm fucked, even though we won the game, and he gets max RP. But because even though I still was helping through that whole entire thing, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you could have 3K damage, 4 assists, 0 kills, and only get the 4 KP with the win, but your teammate has 150 damage and somehow magically 5 kills. Or, 500 damage and 5 kills, whatever it is.
Sounds like me.
Yeah,
Anyways.
I wasn't throwing a shot at you. Yeah.
Anyways, but people get really pissed about that, and that's what they wanted out of the rank change, but they never got that. And then ever since the addition of the extra KP that you can get now, they're like, placement isn't going to mean shit. Like, that's what all the pros care about is placement should be worth something. And when you make KP just so available, it makes it the placement less. You care less about the placement. You want to get more kills.
It would be an interesting shakeup that I just thought of right now. We've always talked about how Apex is so big on teamwork. They've avoided the solos thing for a long time. Mm-hmm. And it's always been about how can you create a team and how can you create a team environment. The fact that ranked doesn't go off of having an entire team as far as you don't get an individual rank, but your team can get an individual rank. I understand where it could get dicey because a lot of people do go in solo. But imagine if the ranking system and the club system that you create, you have your club on a leaderboard. Imagine if they had a leaderboard and your team was on that leaderboard. I feel like that is maybe not for the pros, because the pros are always going to go for they want their individual number so they can get their audience to be like, look at my guy, look at this. But for smaller guys like us, if we had Grab My Banner and we're like, bro, there's 250 teams, we're trying to get in the top 250 teams, so our names are on this leaderboard, that would be so sick.
What if it's the top clubs, total
the top clubs, right?
I was going to say, you could do a combined rank for club, your club rank.
Yeah.
That'd be a great addition to do clubs, which is currently useless. We have a club, but it's currently a useless feature inside the game.
You max out at 30 people, and that would make more sense if this was actually a thing, where there was a leaderboard. Every club gets 30 people, and all of you are all trying to get your club into an upper echelon of clubs.
Yeah.
That would add something to ranked. That would add something to clubs. That would add something all the way around. And it's a team-based thing for a team-based game. I think that would be really cool.
And for the people out there that are going to be like, well, it's hard to fill 30 people for some groups. Well, make it the top 9 in your club.
Yeah, you get
which
to choose.
Means, your top 9 guys, which is your top 3 squads in your group or in your club, and then have your rank go off that.
I think that'd be really cool.
That'd
be a great
awesome
shakeup.
to see.
So, Mortal Kombat kind of had a thing like that where they had 5 factions, and then you joined one of the factions when you first started the game, and then if you were playing a multiplayer game, it would be this is a faction fight, and so it would be you versus another faction, and then it was however many W's you get out of the faction fights, goes into your total rank, and then you're trying to push your faction to the highest rank possible.
And then tell me you couldn't sell merch off of that.
Dude.
If we had even if they just did the 5 faction idea, tell me that Apex could not sell merch off of that.
And it's the way I think about it is it's kind of like Pokemon Go where you had the 3 factions. Yes. And they sold hell of merchandise off fucking red team, blue team, and yellow team, bro.
We're smarter than EA. Last one we're going to talk about, the Peacekeeper. It got a buff.
Huge.
Of course.
Big buff.
Huge buff.
And I think that it is, I haven't ran into too many Peacekeepers, but the Peacekeeper did get a buff. Kyle, you want to read that for us real quick?
So, this is probably the best buff they could give this thing. And honestly, after using it today, I have not hit for an 8 a single time. Slight increase to pellet size, which is fucking huge. Choke uptime is increased from 1.5 seconds to 1.25. Not really a big buff, but, the choke from long range is fucking something. Choke up shots remain slightly longer when existing ATS. So after you're done zooming in and it chokes up, after you aim, you stop zooming in, it'll still stay choked after a while. Slightly increased pellet size is the most important thing here because you're just hitting for so much more than what you used to hit for. Like sometimes you felt like you shot the Peacekeeper point blank and you'd get like a fucking 9 and you'd be like, how the fuck does that happen? That does not happen anymore.
I think that in this map, and I've once again, we've only played a few games, but I do think this map is not a shotgun map. So I think they did this because they were like, we need to have some viability to the shotgun. And I think the best one to do it to is the Peacekeeper. And that's also why I think they gave the Mastiff the hop up as well as the 30-30. It does help out. And both of those guns were load one bullet at a time gun, so it kind of needed it. Yeah. But I think this balances out a little bit. I will never be a proponent of shotguns in this game. I don't believe in shotguns in a game with a high TTK. I think it takes away from the entire point. But there are shotguns in this game, and they're not going to go away. So you got to do something to where they're not completely useless. I think this was decent enough buff to it to where I am not worried about the Peacekeeper. I'm going to run into it a few times, and I'm sure I'm going to get upset about it. But it doesn't completely break it.
No. I think it's in a good spot, but it's not in a broken spot.
Last thing that I think all of us can agree on, the G7 Scout going to the crate. Fuck yeah, finally, dude. I couldn't wait till this thing.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, sorry, Brian. I forgot.
Bro, what?
I forgot people use that.
I forgot you were.
That gun is the best gun. The best.
I don't know if it's the
okay,
best.
No. Let me rephrase that.
Use it.
That gun is the best gun for me to pick up off the ground at any time.
Side note. About the G7 going back, for whatever reason they brought the triple take back, but now it has energy ammo now.
Yeah,
which is how it originally started.
That's the original. No damage things, nothing changed. The only thing that changed was the
bad thing though. Whenever you shoot, it takes 3 bullets, and I found that out because I was like, I had 18 in a clip and 19 in reserves, and I go into a fight. And I'm like, I'm ready to go. All of a sudden, I go to shoot somebody, and I am out of bullets. And I go, what the fuck just happened? And then I died, and that sucked.
I don't feel like that's a bad thing because you can carry more.
It's not a bad thing now that I know about it, but
yeah, be aware of it.
Yeah,
but you just have to carry more energy ammo. It doesn't shoot 1 bullet of energy ammo. It shoots 3 when it used to shoot 1 bullet.
It's not that I'm upset that I died, and I just wish I would have known that.
It wasn't in the patch notes?
It was not in the patch notes.
Come on, bro. You didn't remember back to Season 0? Come on.
I don't even think it did that in Season 0.
No, it literally shot
it
one.
Did not.
It shot 1 fucking energy.
Okay, there we go. So I'm not
shot
crazy.
1.
Anyway. So,
I remember.
A weird little side note, if you're about to play with the triple take, remember that. Just know that as you're going in. Boys, that'll just about wrap it up for the discussion topic of the week. We're going to head into a brand new main topic where we talk about some odds that certain things will happen this season. We'll call it the hypotheticals segment of the show. We're going to hit a quick ad, and we will see you guys on the other side. All right, boys, here we are. Now, we haven't gotten to play a whole lot. So not all of us have been able to play a whole lot. So instead of trying to speculate what we think about this season, we're going to have a little bit of fun with it. And we're going to talk about what we think and how we think the season is going to play out in a hypothetical situation. We're going to say that this is what are the odds that all of these different type of scenarios that we're about to say happen. There's a lot of different ones, and there's some funny ones, and then there's some serious ones that we will talk about. Brian just read one that I wrote down that was kind of... It's kind of mean. But anyway, boys, we're going to rate these on our own scales of how we think these are going to go, and then we'll give some analysis on them. So let's start off with the first one. What are the odds that Watson gets the heirloom this season?
100%.
You're saying perfect. There's no way nobody else gets
Nobody else gets it now.
Not. She's the next heirloom. Even if it is a dog shit heirloom, she's the next heirloom.
What do you
You're
mean?
getting
What do
it.
you mean,
I'm not
Brian?
we're
You're
buying
getting
it
it.
for
I'm
you.
not getting the fucking
Brian,
heirloom.
You're not getting it. We're buying it for you.
You're not getting
Brian,
You've
the
always
heirloom.
said that you wanted this, Brian, and
I
I'm
know,
trying to be nice to you.
Brian,
I wanted
trying-
the fucking sword.
Brian, we know how much you love Tamagotchis.
Yeah,
and
I
I
fucking
just-
hate Tamagotchis.
Come on, man.
Sadly, Watson is about 75%, but she has a 0% chance of deserving it.
Yeah, I think the shitty thing for us is we've all enjoyed, I think, for so long shitting on Watson, especially in the raise energy question, and now we can't really do that anymore. Well, we still can in the raise energy question.
I am.
It's so bad because if EA's like, oh shit, we can't finish at Watson Heirloom in time, what's another one we got in the bag? And they release another one
Crypto.
instead of
That's going to be
Yeah, it's
so
the
fucking
there's
funny.
going to be a
It's that crypto
fucking
sword.
riot, bro.
Yeah, because we've already seen cryptos, and we know that Watson's is in the files. I will say this. I'm going to say it's about a 95% chance because I read a leak today that said that they took the heirloom out of the files, and they always do that right before they release the heirloom. So Watson fans, you can rejoice, but also... fuck you, your legend is boring.
All
So-
three of you guys clap it up.
Brian realized this today, and we made a funny joke about it. He was like, I'm going to play Watson so much this season. He played one game, he swapped legends, and they're like, Brian, you said you were going to play Watson. And he was like, nah, dude, it's kind of like when you have to accept the fact that you're not going to make it and you have to get that full-time job. Yeah, I got to work 8 to 5. That's what playing Watson is like. That's when you have to give up on your dreams. When you start playing Watson, that's what Watson is.
Watson's a full-time job.
Yeah, it's a full-time job.
You're either good at Watson or you're absolute dog shit. Okay.
All right, so let's move on to what are the chances that Kuban Blisk, the Titanfall 2 main villain, is the next legend in Season 12? How are we feeling?
Who else do we have on the horizon?
There's a lot of different ones. So we have the big sister from the Rampart original thing when she was first teased and released was that masked character at the end of that video. She also shows up in the big mod event in the little targets.
Yes.
So she's there. And then I've heard some rumblings about a specific character who was in Fuse's lore who might make a return, who we thought was dead.
Are we talking about
Maggie.
Mad Maggie?
Mad fucking Maggie.
Mad Maggie, the one that made me mad and want to blow my fucking brains out.
If Maggie
the Mad
comes
Maggie.
into the game, I want to kill myself.
All I want to know
jeez,
is
dude.
if you're a
As long as
Maggie
she's-
main, don't ever play with me.
For Kuban Blisk, I'm going to say there's a very good chance that he is not the next legend. I don't think that they'll release Kuban Blisk until they're like, all right, we've run the course with this project. Let's throw him out there for the last ditch effort.
Bring
you know what I'm
bring
saying?
everybody back for one last hurrah. I could see that. I know there's been a lot of stuff where he's been like his abilities. We've seen leaks of it being worked on, but that was also the time of like
We also saw Ash at that time. It took like 3 seasons.
We also saw Ash at that time. That was the time where we heard like a bunch of fake leaks were being put out, and like I don't know what to believe with Blisk. I don't think it's Blisk next. I give him a 30% chance.
25.
Yeah, I would say not a good chance.
2%.
2%.
2%?
Carter's probably got it.
Skim milk.
Skim milk.
Next one. What are the chances that the map gets destroyed in Season 12? Let's discuss.
Can I start?
You could start.
100%.
You're saying it's
100%.
destroyed.
It's getting fucking leveled.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say not going to get destroyed because I don't think it's going to have a gigantic volcanic eruption that destroys it. I think they're going to change it in the way that there's going to be a storm. It's called Storm Point. A tsunami? Yeah, there we go.
Luke Combs hit me like a hurricane.
No, I think it's going to be a storm. It's called Storm Point. If you look out in the distance of the map, you can see what looks to be a storm. And then there's a place, the map, where lightning strikes it. And if you're standing on that POI, you see the lightning striking it and trying to control it. I think maybe that thing falls, kind of like the same thing that they did in Kings Canyon before all the animals came in.
Yeah.
I think it's something similar to that. We're going to see maybe a lot of lightning and a lot of storm. I think that's what's going to happen. I don't think it'll get destroyed. I think maybe one POI has something happen to it. Other than that, I think we're going to get pretty much the same Storm Point.
So I think that they're going to destroy it, like Carter said, with a tsunami, and there's just going to be a giant Nessie in the center, and if you land on it, it just eats you.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Or just the water dries up.
That'd be really.
The water dries
the water
up.
dries up.
Oh, shit.
It just completely disappears. It's just a barren wasteland. Turns into Kings Canyon all over again.
Kings Canyon Part 2.
Well, it's gonna dry up and it's gonna reveal the fucking skeleton. What the hell is that? What
Skull Town?
POI?
Yeah,
Skull
Town.
There we
And
go.
boom, Skull Town's on it.
They're like, hey, Skull Town's back, baby.
Just gonna make my future guess. Last season, Olympus will fall.
You think Olympus will fall?
At the very last season when Bliss comes, yep. But when Bliss comes, Olympus will fall.
Okay, all right.
That
I
actually
think
kinda
maybe
sick.
that'd be interesting. Chances that Kyle places Silver 2 in ranked arenas again.
Places?
Places Silver 2.
Oh, he's below that.
What? Fuck you, Carter.
So what
Fuck
do we?
you.
What are we
These
saying?
two clowns placed gold
What
last
are we
season,
saying?
and I placed silver because
Listen,
the
because you
system
don't know.
sucks.
Well, no, you just don't know how to play the team.
Fuck
I'm
you.
just saying. I'm just
Kyle,
saying.
we've
it's gonna be
always
lower.
said that you're not a great teammate when it comes to arenas. Actually, we've said you're not a great teammate just in general.
No,
He
Fuck
also
you.
has to play with shotguns to be able to hit a shot.
I think there's a very good chance that Kyle places Silver 2, or maybe just slightly above at Silver 3.
I'm placing gold, high gold for
Okay.
sure.
Bronze 4.
Bronze 4, bro.
Bronze
What
four.
a
Brian, your ass
That's
could be
so
in
low.
bronze 4. You're gonna be with the kids that are still fucking drawing with crayons. All right.
Dude, why do you talk about the people in your lobbies like that?
Oh,
Jeez.
fuck you.
On a similar note, chances Brian gets out of gold in his ranking this season.
I've done it every season.
Zero
that it
chance.
starts- I've done it every season that starts with an odd number.
That's a great way to spin that, Brian.
So,
Every season that's at an odd number, I've done it. Kyle has seen it.
He's like
approved.
this. He's
so
like the
I've
San
carried
Francisco
you every
Giants.
odd season. Is what you mean?
No. There's
Yeah.
been no.
New rank system, no shot.
What fucking rank do you guys want for me this year or this season?
I want diamond.
I want
I
platinum.
want to see you before this game ends. I want you to get to diamond one time.
That won't happen because he has to kill people better than him.
Boys, I'm making it the diamond this season.
Oh my!
Okay, chances Brian gets to diamond this season.
0.
I'm gonna say below 5%. You have to say it. You got to be honest.
Brian, just because I'm your teammate, 10%.
Oh, okay. All right, there we go.
I'm hitting fucking diamond, bitch. It's about
Brian,
the grind, not about the wins.
Brian, I don't want to roast you too hard, so let's go back to Kyle. Chances Kyle gets a date by the end of the season.
Worse than my chances of getting it.
Wait, there's a number lower than 0. Okay. It's
Oh,
the
shit.
holiday season.
That's a great burn, Brian, because you burned yourself and Kyle at the same time, which is just great.
You're just tossing us both in the flame here. All right.
It is the holiday season.
Which
Mm-hmm.
Kyle has a. So you're saying Kyle has a better chance in the
And
holiday
better
season?
chance.
Okay.
Okay.
What are my odds then? Okay. What's my chances?
I'm gonna say very average chance.
What's a very average?
Kyle,
chance?
pick a color.
Blue.
Shit, that's 17%.
Oh fuck!
Fuck.
Fuck! Kyle's
17%.
I'm gonna
hoping you would
say
orange.
I'm gonna say Kyle,
I hate orange. Orange is my least favorite color. Why would I say orange?
I'm gonna say Kyle has an average chance because I went to the bar with him this weekend and he danced with a very pretty girl, and even though he had a chance and the girl really liked him, he kind of abandoned ship, kind of like he did with the Panda Express girl.
I was
know what?
oblivious. I didn't even know it was
You know
happening.
I kept.
That's
You
not
can't
an
say,
excuse.
Kyle. You cannot
No.
say you're oblivious when I kept telling you, bro. She likes you, bro. She likes you, bro. She likes you, bro. I said it like 8 times that she liked you, and you're like, really? And I'm like, yes. And then you went back out there and still didn't dance.
Kyle gets a date and goes on a date before the split.
You're gonna say that?
Yep.
Carter believes in the man.
Thank you, Carter, for the beliefs. man.
Anytime.
Okay, let's get into something serious here. Chances that the car SMG gets a nerf before the end of the season. I think it's a very balanced gun. I really don't think it will get a nerf. I don't think it needs a nerf. I think it's a good gun. It's going to be above a lot of the weapons in the loot pool already. I just think it's a solid gun.
I think it's good. I think it's good where it's at, and I don't think there needs to be a nerf.
It might get like a buff and a nerf. As in like
They'll take away from one thing,
there'll
give
be
back
like
to
a
another.
give and take.
recoil and
Like
then
increased recoil,
and then like spread or something.
yeah, like tighter spread but increased recoil.
It's yeah.
Or some like dumb shit.
The hip
Which
fire
I
on
don't
that thing's
consider
already
it a
pretty
buff or
nuts.
nerf.
Yeah, or like
It's a very solid
increased
gun.
mag size, but increased recoil
I don't.
type
Yeah,
deal.
because they
Something
never mess
like whatever
with,
it is.
30-30. So
I'll say this: they have the car SMG has one of the best sounds you will hear. It just sounds
It's
good.
so good.
It surprises me how like clean it sounds every time I shoot it.
Yeah, it's just a nice, clean sound. It's just a great gun to shoot. Sometimes I pick it up just to hear it shoot.
You know, I'm going to take a bet that they would nerf the sound.
They nerf the sound before they nerf the gun.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
That's interesting. I like that take.
When they go to fix the audio bugs, that they just accidentally nerf it.
Okay, I feel that. Now let's go back to another thing that just dropped in. Chances Ash gets a nerf by the end of the season.
100%.
100%.
I'm saying 50%. I think if they have to make a nerf, it's got to be something with the passive. That thing is so easy to see death boxes, and it's so easy to just click it and see where an enemy is who just killed somebody within seconds. Like, you can easily see within seconds who just killed that death box, and it puts a mark on the map. Now, I will say this, on your HUD, if you are the one who gets pinged by it, it lets you know that they know where you are. But what is that going to do for you?
Doesn't matter.
Like, what does that do for you if you're like a Lifeline or a Bangalore, somebody with not a whole lot of movement and an Octane and an Asher coming up on you? That does nothing
You
for you.
just know that they're at the place that you killed.
Yeah.
I honestly, no nerf. It's balanced.
Okay.
I don't mind that. I think your ultimate's going to get a nerf on
Yes.
that. There's like it's going to get a nerf in the form of it slows. You're going to slow down. It's either going to shorten the range of how far it can go because it goes a little bit too far right now, or they're going to slow down, kind of like how they did with Wraith's Tactical. They slow down the activation time of the ultimate because it's too quick right now. It's too quick.
I would much rather have the length than
Yeah.
the uptime. I love how fast it does the uptime. If they took a bit of a length away from me, but I could still do it as fast as I want to, then I'm fine with that.
Are you
That
talking about
thing-
your sex life?
A little bit. Actually, if I could give my sex life a buff, I would give the length a little bit of a buff. Actually, a lot of a buff.
Length and
The length and the curve. I meant just the length. And then as far
You
as
also talked about uptime.
the uptime, yeah, no, it's not really the uptime. It's more the downtime. Let me phrase it in a video game term. When my tactical is done, my cooldown is about an hour and a half, and I really would like to nerf that. I would like to be able to use my tactical again within at least 20 minutes.
Gotcha.
I think that's a decent.
That's actually kind of a buff.
That's a decent. No, I want a buff. Okay, so let's move on to chances Carter goes to the bar with us this season.
0.
0% chance.
You guys don't even want to have a little bit of hope.
Bro.
Actually, you know what? I take it back. 100% chance.
100. You go from 0 to 100.
Yes.
Okay.
Take
This
it all
is like
up.
the S tier
Dude.
bullshit that he's pulling.
Right.
Hey, fuck you.
Let's just 100%.
100%. Carter says
100%.
100%.
Carter's
Not
not
0%.
Carter, bro.
I didn't even get played by
Carter.
that.
You
Listen,
can't say that, dude.
here. What are the
I'm
odds
sorry,
that
1%.
What are the odds that Schmaz actually plays a game with me for the first time?
0%.
0% chance.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah,
I
it's
say
zero.
there's a
Because rank.
1% chance if
It
and
doesn't
only
matter in
if,
pubs.
I don't play pubs.
if and only if
Pitch.
there's a spite bet against Carter that involves Brian in some way, shape, or form. Then Carter will
Like
play.
if we say, Carter, I bet you're not good enough to carry Brian to this.
I can carry Brian to Diamond.
No, you couldn't.
Let him do it.
No,
He's
you
carried
couldn't.
me,
I'd
Brian.
carry you to
Diamond.
Diamond.
Wait,
You
what?
just ruined any chance that we had to
No.
do that because you said that. Carter carried me to Diamond. I think he could carry Brian to Diamond. But Brian would have to listen to everything Carter said, which was one of the hardest things I had to do because I don't like doing that. But I did it. And we got to
And we
Diamond.
were a great team.
And we were a great team.
Yeah, we didn't even have a third.
Nope. It was just us two. We went with randoms.
It pretty much ended up as us two after a minute into the game.
Yep, pretty much every single time. Brian, are you willing to do that?
I got to listen to Carter.
You have to listen to everything he says because he knows what he's doing to get ranked.
Usually people pay me.
Listen, dude,
by the
if
way.
I wanted to, I actually feel like I could grind out rank. I just don't have the time to put into grind out.
Okay. All right.
But I think I could actually get through plat and to diamond.
All right.
Not off of my skill. just off of being able to grind out rank.
Okay.
Well, it really comes down to skill, actually.
Once
No, it comes down to hiding really fucking well.
I think you're right,
Once
Brian.
you get to the higher ones,
Brian,
you gotta kill people.
Listen,
No, Brian,
I can
I
grind
think-
4 RP a game every game for a long time.
Brian, I think you're right to get to platinum. To get to diamond, it's a little bit of a different animal.
I can definitely get to plat.
Yeah, plat you can get to.
I took
I'm-
Dallin, like he didn't get to plat. I got to plat though. I've done that, so I know I can get to plat.
I think you can get a platinum, but what I'm saying is your strat works until you need to get to diamond. That's where you have to kind of change things up.
Bro, if you only knew how aggressive I was.
Oh no, Brian. Last one. Chances Pathfinder gets a legitimate passive by the end of the season.
He is a forgotten character? No.
Small chance.
I'm
I think
at-
they're not trying to overshadow Watson. I think they're trying to just push that heirloom, so I doubt it.
That's actually a good analysis on that. I will say small as well, and the only reason I say small instead of none is because I hold out hope for Pathfinder, and I want to see him get a little bit of something. I mean, his passive is everybody else's one part of their passive. It's so small. I would hope that they would give him something, but like I said, I doubt it's going to happen. If he did get a passive, I would say go faster on the zip lines. I think that's good.
They just hate movement characters.
The thing is, they're just fading Pathfinder for other movement legends.
At this point.
Like that, at this point, that's what it is. They're fading them for other recon and movement legends. They want. I would assume there's more likely to be a crypto buff than there is a Pathfinder buff.
All right, boys. That should just about wrap it up for the main topic of discussion. What are the odds? We are going to hit a quick ad, but on the other side, we're going to talk on Grab My Bachelor about a very important thing for Kyle: what to do the first time he meets his girlfriend's parents. We're going to hit a quick ad. We'll see you guys on the other side. Love. The universal language. For some, love comes easy.
Could she be the one?
But for others, love doesn't come easy.
Sometimes, I don't think I'll ever find love.
Follow us as we take one man through his journey
I just want to find the one.
to find eternal and everlasting love.
I'm just tired of being in this bed alone.
There will be some highs
I like long walks on the beach.
and some lows.
Oh, I got a text. It's not from her, though.
But in the end, we hope to find love.
I just want a girl that completes me.
Welcome to Grab My Bachelor. All right, it's another episode of Grab My Bachelor. Last week was a little serious. We got a little serious. But we did also bring up something very serious in the Nissan Altima debate. And I think we taught a lot of people to be careful of the Nissan
The
Altima.
dangers of
The dangers of the Nissan Altima. But boys, let's move on to this week's topic. Kyle hasn't gone on a date yet.
No.
It's been tough sledding. He could have maybe potentially went on a date with the beautiful blonde girl at the bar that he was dancing with. And I told him to go ask what her name is, and he wouldn't do it. And then he tried to say right now on the show that I didn't know she was interested in me, even though I said
I was
7 times, Kyle, she likes you.
I'm trashed.
Kyle, she likes you. Either way, Kyle wasn't listening to me. It's not a big deal. But Kyle, let's say, for instance, that blonde girl's like, hey, I'm going to take a shot at this cute little boy right here. And she talks to you. Maybe you guys go on a few dates. All of a sudden, you're like, holy shit, this girl might be the one.
Okay.
She calls you up, hey, babe, you want to go see a movie this weekend? Yeah. All right, but before we see the movie, you want to come eat with my parents.
Dun, dun,
oh,
dun.
no. Now
It's not
something's...
an oh no. Change it to an oh yes.
That's a great thing from Captain Positivity
Captain
right
Positive.
there. Mr.
I'm
Plus
different
Sign,
right now.
We got
Mr.
the-
Plus Sign just brought up a great
The
point.
fucking Kool-Aid man over here. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Plus Sign said, turn that oh no into an oh yeah. But I think for a lot of people out there, meeting the parents, maybe it's not an oh no, but maybe it's like a oh shit. Because
It's pretty
you want to
nerve-wracking.
You want to be happy, you want to feel good, but you're also a little bit fearful because you don't know how they're going to react. You don't know how they're going to be. And sometimes it's not your fault. Sometimes another person is looking for a reason to not like you. So boys, let's go through what to do and what not to do when you meet the parents for the first time. Let's get into it. Carter, I think you started off great by saying, turn the oh no or oh shit into an oh yeah.
It's honestly, you can get pretty nervous on it, because it's your significant other's parents. And
You don't want to make a bad impression.
Adults are always scary because they always ask you, what do you want to do with your life?
Yeah, they ask you the tough-ass
like,
questions.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for this.
So, Kyle, I think the number one thing that you should do when they ask, because Carter makes a great point. When you sit down and you have the food, you're going to be asked some serious questions, like, what do you want to do with your life? What do you do right now?
Yeah.
One thing you shouldn't say is, I'm on a podcast. Don't say that. Although I love this show with all of my heart, and I love all you boys here at this table, do not mention this show to them whatsoever. Do not even think about it.
I would be like, I'm on a podcast with me and the boys.
They're going to listen.
Episode 6 just came out. You should listen to it.
We talk about asses for 30 minutes. Yeah,
like, they're going to listen to the podcast and be like, you're never seeing him again.
Low key, though, I think that it could also work the other way. Like, you tell the dad that you're in a podcast, he listens to it, and he's like, man, I fucking hate it. And then behind, like, everybody's back, he's like, bro, your podcast sounds sick.
He's like, bro, your S tier was way too big. What the fuck is going on with you?
We'll have a talk.
He's like, bro.
We'll break it down in the back. Don't worry.
He's like, bro, how did you not just put Loba in there? That's it.
Yes, exactly.
Well, Valk.
Let's talk about the mother first. I think the mother is the most important part of this. Now, the father is going to give you some flack, and the father, it's daddy's little girl. But the mother has the intuition. Yes. The father is just, he's more of like the grit, the grind, right?
Yeah.
The mother has the intuition, though. And she's going to listen to the mother, or she's at least going to hear what the mother has to say. She won't always listen, but she's going to hear what the mother has to say. The first impression with the mom, I think, is very important.
Yes.
I think number one, I think you go in for the hug.
Yes.
What do you think?
You shake the dad's hand, and then you give the mom a hug.
What do you think, Brian? You looked a little apprehensive on that.
Nah, that's a weird one. You gotta read the situation, especially in today's times.
Read the language, you always got to come in with that smile.
You have to come in, approach friendly, all that stuff. You do the, hey, how you doing? The whole, like, all that kind of stuff.
Customer service voice.
What?
Customer service voice?
Pretty much. Customer service, that shit.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're doing. You're trying to make them happy, to make them be like, oh, that is an upstanding person.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Carter, you bring up a great point. You said the smile is the most important. So maybe not go in for the hug, but have the smile on the face ready to go.
If she opens up the arms, you go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You don't deny the hug.
Never deny
You don't deny it.
If there's a dog, maybe fixate on that dog.
Oh, that's a great... Get down on one knee, pet the dog. That's a great move.
Pick it up, maybe like dirty dance it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually good.
100%.
I like
Talk
that.
to the dog.
The dog's a good one.
Yes.
Show your kind, loving side.
Exactly.
All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
If you are having the ability to have your own place, instead of you going over to meet her parents, invite her parents over to your place.
Oh, and make
make them
yes.
the guests. Make them in the uncomfortable.
Fuck yeah, Kyle. Fuck
you
yeah,
put them in the
Holy shit,
Kyle,
no.
you put them in the awkward situation where they're somewhere where they're not comfortable. They're in your home. They have to respect you.
Fuck yeah.
I am the captain now.
You shake their hand like this.
Fuck yeah.
I gotta hide on my fucking shit.
Fuck yeah,
do me a favor. Show me this.
Yeah.
Shake my hand. How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Shake my hand.
Oh,
doing? Nice to
Brian, that's sick.
It's
over the top.
Sick. Brian went over the top on me
listen.
right now. Shake his hand.
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Underneath. Now go over the top.
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
You feel that?
I do feel.
You
that.
felt that, right?
That's
It's a
like
difference.
dominance right there.
That's dominance.
That's actually a sales technique. Is when you're in sales, if you open your hand upwards to someone, you're showing them that there's nothing enough harm to them. But if you take their hand from the top, you're showing I'm in charge here. We're gonna do what I say.
We're so fucking smart.
Dude,
We're so fucking
for
smart.
someone to sell me something, and I go over their over.
Oh, you do. You do. If I go like this,
I'm literally going like this. I'm grabbing the top of their hand, and I'm saying I am the captain now. By the way,
no, that's when you break out the double.
Oh, you hit him with the double hand.
You break out the double,
you go
and this
like
is this is gonna be a weird.
We'll go with a power trip. Okay, you're the salesperson.
Hold on, let me put. I got the mic in my hand. Let me put the mic down. Sorry for the fucking noise, people.
All right, I'll broadcast this to everybody. Okay, so Brian.
This will be like at half speed, by the way.
Okay.
So
if I'm introducing, like I'm the salesman coming to you. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I'm here to buy
Okay.
something.
Welcome in. How can I help you today?
I'm here to buy something.
Nope. Grab it normal.
Grab it normal.
I'm
Watch.
taking control.
You're going to. Watch.
No.
I'm showing you.
No, I'm showing you what I'm doing.
Okay, do it. Do it.
So
Okay.
so Carter just like
Okay,
forearmed
so
it over.
your-
So Carter went
next move?
forearm over.
Let go.
No, I'm not letting go.
Can I help you?
Carter's just
Yeah.
making severe
so?
eye contact.
I'm trying to buy something.
Oh, really? What are you
Buy-
trying to buy? What can I direct
Sell me
you?
something.
Where can I direct you? What are you looking for? The best
I'm
knees
not
that.
looking for anything.
Okay. Well, if layout of the store is this, go ahead and help yourself, and I'll meet up with you in a few minutes.
You know what? I'm walking myself out.
Go right ahead. I got other clients.
That's cool.
Oh, but I saw a lot of power on both.
There was a lot of
This
No.
is what you do, though.
Give me the double.
So,
I thought you were going to double me.
No.
Give him the
You-
double.
Double.
If they do this,
Okay,
No, no.
here's the under.
You
No,
do
no,
this
go
to
for
me.
the over.
Do,
Wait,
you,
wait,
I'm
who am I?
Switch roles. Switch roles.
Okay, so he's a
So you go.
salesman.
How you doing?
Oh,
Wait,
the
if you do that, I'm
double.
doing this.
That's fine.
That's
No,
okay.
I'm doing
neutral.
this.
That's neutral.
Wait, no,
What
I'm
about
doing this.
the
Okay.
forearm?
You go for the forearm. It don't
The
matter.
forearm's
Whatever
more
it is,
like a
you-
like a bro
you just
thing.
I'm
don't-
doing like a four,
No,
and I'm
yeah.
grabbing you the back of your neck.
But the thing is, if you go over to their place, if you walk into that family's place, and it doesn't matter if it's the mom or dad, if the mom offers you a handshake and does that to you, it can have the same effect. If she puts the hand over and it holds the dominant position. If you're going into their place, you assume the beta on that.
Yeah, you
It's
wanna be
their
beta
home.
on that.
You be respectful to it. But when you invite them over to your place, you're in charge.
You better
this
be
is
in
your
charge.
castle.
Here's-
This is your thing.
Kyle,
That's
your
the
ass.
custom.
Kyle, your ass better be in charge.
Also,
Now, here's the thing, and when they're coming to your place, if they walk in and you're not wearing an apron, you already fucked up. You need to be having an apron on, and you need to be cooking something.
Overalls are not an apron.
Overalls are not an apron, Kyle.
What?
They're not an apron, Kyle.
Get the fuck out of here.
Look at me in my eyes, and I want you to make sure before we leave today, you know that
God.
overalls
Kyle,
are not
put
an
your-
apron.
I
Kyle.
want you to know right now
Kyle, put
that if
your
they
eyes
come
away.
over and I'm not wearing
Oh
overalls,
my God,
it's an
Kyle.
absolute tragedy.
Here's some small details for you, by the way. Before they show up or you go over, light a nice little soy candle.
Yeah.
And then when it burns and you have some melted wax in there, well, it's actually melted soy. You just dip your finger in there, rub it on your hands, boom, freshly smooth hands.
Oh, it makes it smooth.
Yeah.
I thought it would make it sticky. No.
it's soy.
Oh, okay. But okay, so we started off with the mom. We said go for the hug if it's an option. Either way, you got to bring the smile. Smile has to be there.
Smiles mandatory.
And the smize.
Yes, we also talked about with the mom, you cannot, when she inevitably asks you what you do not say podcasting. Now, if you're working a shit-ass job, you got to hype it up as much as you can. This means that you're going to be having to look up on the internet some special words about your job to make it sound better.
So
okay?
I don't say I'm a pool boy. I say
Director
I'm a
of water safety or water treatment.
Yes.
director of water treatment.
Director of individual water treatment.
Yeah,
Yep.
individual is a great word there.
Yeah, there you
Because
go.
they can't say that you lied about it. You got to say.
Water
Well, what did they
treatment-
ask me?
water
Like, what
treatment chemist.
specifically? do I do?
you say I go to different individuals' homes and different individuals' homes and public services, and I test all their water to make sure everything is up to standards and up to par per company of the people.
Maybe speaking Old English
Oh fuck.
Fuck you.
about the job, just the job. Everything else you speak normally, and then when they ask about your job, you just take on an accent and speak Old English terms to describe your job. Don't even try it because you know it's ridiculous.
In these days,
that was odd.
And this is what you don't do with the parents.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, don't
Buy
do any of
into the dad jokes.
yes.
Oh, yes.
Compliment his dad shoes.
that. Shoot a
Yes.
couple of dad jokes off yourself.
Yeah, I was also going to just bring up the dad because we've already spoken about the mother. Now we got to talk about the dad. Like Carter said, buy into those dad jokes. You got to make sure you give at least a hearty laugh. And if you're not going to laugh at it, just make sure you give him like a smile on top of it and be like, you got better than that. I know you do. Something like
Come
that.
back with one
Come
of
back
your
with
own.
one as
Yeah.
well, yes.
Yeah. Honestly, with the dads, what I've learned is have fun with the dads. Be respectful. Be respectful to the dads. Have fun. And show a little bit of personality. He's a guy.
He's a dude.
The dad's it's still a guy. They're
Just
still
guys
gonna
being
understand.
dudes.
Be a normal
Dudes
guy,
being
but be
dudes.
respectful about it.
Yeah.
Because if you start talking about women, you're either talking about his wife or his daughter. So don't go that
Just
route.
never talk about women.
Yeah, just avoid that topic. in
Avoid
general.
women.
Yeah.
But have fun and have a good time with it. With the mom, goopy, happy, loving, caring, that all thing. Almost treat it like it's your grandma.
Mm-hmm. I would say this as well. The second you walk into the house, be on the lookout for any sort of sports paraphernalia. Find out if he has a team, if he has maybe just a hat lying around, some sort of flag, something like that. And throughout the conversation, maybe when it's dying down, try to make some sort of thing about his team, but don't make it direct. If it's something big in the news, say for instance, like Deshaun Jackson wanted to be waived from the Rams, he has a Rams hat or something like that, be like, I wonder what team's going to pick up Deshaun Jackson because he's a great commodity for any offense right now. It's not directly going to the Rams. It's more to a player who was on the Rams, but it brings up a topic of conversation. It also lets the dad know, hey, this guy knows sports. This guy knows what's up. Now he knows that he can talk to you about something, and it makes it better.
And that's an example of a category you can do. You don't have to do sports. It can be something else. If you see that he is a woods worker and that's your thing, if you see that it's
anything that ties to you,
Star Wars, anything that you can relate to, and let me tell you right now, fake it till you fucking make it.
Yeah.
You don't have to go into depth because all you have to do is know a very little bit and be like, I'm not that experienced. Do you want to teach me? And now you're digging into his favorites and his topics. Now you're learning from him.
Yeah, I would say be careful with the faking it. Try your best to make a bridge. If you have nothing else, then I say fake it.
But when I say fake it till you make it, I mean go with what you know about the topic until you run out of that shit. Mm-hmm. But by then, the conversation hopefully has started enough to where you can get him to carry it, and you just learn and suck it in, and then you just have to ask questions and do that thing.
Now, let me give you a tough hypothetical here. You say maybe you see some basketball paraphernalia on the walls. Maybe he's a Lakers fan, for instance, right? You see something. You see something on the wall. You make a remark. All of a sudden, he's like, "You want to go shoot some ball outside?" Now you're in a tough situation here. Because you don't want to absolutely dominate this dad, but you also don't want to look like a pushover. What do you do in that situation?
You don't say no. That's for damn sure.
You got to go out and play.
You go out and play, but you don't have to play competitive. You can shoot around.
You see that poster on the wall of the guy dunking on someone?
Yeah, Blake
that
Griffin.
would be me to the dad. I'm literally dunking on him, and I'm getting a picture of it, and I'm going to have that as my screensaver.
Not even you and your girl. It's her dad and you dunking on him.
That is a power move.
That's a Carter move.
You could you could dunk on him. That's fine. I think honestly, like at that point, if you dunk on him, they can always pull "I'm the old man" card. Like, yeah, of course you're gonna beat me. You're in better shape. You're younger, more spry, all that kind of stuff. But if you get shit on him, you let him pull the. Oh, this is you beat me off wisdom. You're a lot better handles than what I thought you were gonna have. Things like that. You definitely caught me off guard.
I think if you beat him in a game of horse, that's more of a W.
Well, if you beat him, you got to say something that he did good. You got to bring up one thing that he did good throughout the game. Like, say you beat him in a game to 12 or 11 or whatever. You just be like, wow, you really locked me down in that final frame there.
Maybe he you let him back you down one time.
Oh yeah.
In the post, in the low post or something, or maybe he. You let him pack you one time. Let him play one good offensive run or one good defensive run and be like, okay, that's that. But let me show you what I can actually do. And then, but you don't have to it's not a competition.
Yeah,
it is, but it's not. It's just to get to feel.
Here's a question though. I'm shitty at basketball. Okay?
Bro, have you seen?
No. But I want you to know. Okay, this is my hypothetical. Okay, because if this really happens, I'm fucked.
Yeah, because you have a terrible shot.
I
tried to fix Kyle's shot.
We've tried
everybody shut the fuck up. I've got an idea. So what do I do if he goes, you want to shoot some hoops? I obviously have to say yes. But I am absolute dog shit, and I don't want to look like a bitch in front of her father. So what do I do?
Oh, no, you tell him.
You just hype him up.
You tell him, I'm the worst shot ever. I'm going to miss, and you tell him, I'm going to miss about every shot, but I'm definitely going to go out there, and I'm going to shoot and see if I can outshoot you.
Okay, here's what you do. You say, I have a terrible shot, though. He's like, no, that's okay. He goes outside. Maybe he gives you some pointers on how to fix your shot, moves your elbow in a little bit. Maybe he touches you, and you feel a certain way, and you're like, wait a second. Stacy's dad has got it going on.
Oh my
Maybe.
This guy.
Who knows?
Just for you, Kyle.
Love is love.
You say, yeah, I'm down, but I just gotta go bathroom real quick. You go in the bathroom, you FaceTime me. A basketball specialist, by the way.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's right. We got Coach Carter
Basketball
over here.
specialist, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a
Coach
point.
Carter out here.
I'm the skills guy,
He's
and
got
I
a
just
point.
run you. I just run you through the basics, and you're gonna be freaking LeBron James at the end of it.
Okay, there we
All
go.
right.
But overall, the dad, the mom, they both are an important part. It's very you got to make sure you balance it both out. Now, to finish it off.
Well, hold on. I just want to throw out we're just blatantly ignoring the biggest resource you have when going into this is preemptively. If your significant other is trying to bring you home to her family to meet the family, she is clearly comfortable enough to say, I want this to work on some level. Dude, freaking ask her what her family likes so you can have something to talk about going into it.
Something to know when you're going in.
Topics to avoid. Hey, don't talk to my dad about basketball because he might want to go and shoot.
And he gets competitive.
Or
And he doesn't want to get dunked
He
on.
wasn't getting absolutely fucked.
Yeah. Or just, just go talk to my dad about cars and act like you like classic cars or something like that. Whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And just something to get that icebreaker. Get the icebreakers from your significant other who knows her family better than anyone else.
It's like
There
the
we go.
game. Don't break the ice.
There we go.
yes.
So there you go. You have a great bunch of tips
What?
right there. I
How
think
does
you'll do
that-
fine. Although I do think you should bring them back to your place rather than go to their place because that's just more dominant.
As much as
More
that's a
dominant.
power move, I think you're going to go to the place more time than not. Because
Yeah, most of
they're
the
going to
time.
feel uncomfortable. Like
Eventually,
meeting
they
you for the
will
first time.
come to your place.
Yes.
It might be later on, but I'd flip it on its ear.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, you come to my place. I'm wearing my Broncos apron. They walk inside. I'm covered in
I'm wearing
like,
my
food.
fucking fancy.
Compliment the
overalls.
cooking too.
Just, you need to, if you do that, if you invite them over to your place, you need to have dinner ready when they walk in.
And dinner and dominance, both of them at the door.
Listen, bring them in. Here, walk into my house. Do the overhand handshake.
Overhand.
Here, have a snack.
Snack.
With the other hand. And they
Here's
don't
a
know.
beer.
They're like, I just got fucking dominated. I don't know
They
what to do.
didn't
Make sure
even
you
know what
base
happened.
your steaks too. Base your steaks. Let
Yep,
it rest.
Let it rest. 5 minutes.
By the way, how do I know this? I'm a
Dude.
vegetarian. I just know everything.
He just
Dude,
knows.
you got to get a hot sear, no color, no flavor.
There you go.
Sear it.
Yes,
2
sir.
minutes per half inch.
Eh,
I actually don't know. Is it
That's
2 minutes
no.
per half, or is it 2
To-
minutes
to-
per
it's a
inch?
lot.
it depends on your skillet. It depends
Well,
on
it
your
depends on the how.
Well, no, it depends. It depends on your grill. Do you have gas? Do you have element? All that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Is it on the grill?
I have
Depends
an
how many
element.
half inches you have, honestly.
Honestly, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
That's true.
Yeah, that's fact.
Very true.
All right, that should just about do it for the Grab My Bachelor segment of the show. Now, recently we've had trouble ending the show after Bachelor is over, so we have created a brand new segment. So, boys, before we end the show, let's get into the power rankings. All right, here we go. Power rankings time. For the first time ever, we're going to do the power rankings section of the show. Now, this is a section where we just rank stuff about Apex Legends to end out the show and send you guys on your way into the rest of the week. So, our rankings don't necessarily go off of the Legends just being good. It just goes off of how we feel about the Legends, guns, maps, whatever the hell we want to do. So, boys, I will start off with the power rankings. I'm going to go with my number 5 this week is Horizon. Horizon, I think, is doing well because on the brand new map, on those giant cannon things, if you come down and slide, you just go hella far, and it's badass as fuck.
fucking sick.
I don't know if she's actually good on this map. I don't know if she's actually good as a legend right now, but she can slide really far coming off that cannon. It's badass. Number 4, I've got Crypto because I just remembered that he got that skin where he's just a regular-ass dude wearing a suit and tie that just got out of the office. That's just sick. Like
Awesome.
they were just like, we're just going to make him normal and make it a skin, and somehow it's one of the better skins in the game. Number 3, I got Gibraltar. There was a leaked skin of him today where his shield is a boombox.
Lit.
That is fucking awesome, and I can't wait for that skin to come out. It also says DJ Gibby on it, or
Yeah.
DJ Gib on
I
it.
think it's GB.
Yeah, it's something like that, which is pretty badass. So Gibraltar takes my number 3. Number 2 is Ash because she's a brand new legend, and I love her. And then number 1 is Fuse because he has a 6-pack. He was nude. It was badass, and I think he deserves a voluptuous butt.
He's fucking hot.
That's my power rankings for the week.
I'll go.
You
wanna-
you can
no,
go.
I mean-
No, you said it first.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, allowing him to have the dominance.
Fucker. Mine is the most improved Legends coming in. My top 5 most improved legends coming in. Number 1 has to be Watson. We saw the buffs from what she was to what she's going to be is going to be a massive improvement.
Definitely.
Although it was very hard to go anywhere south from where she was.
Yeah, she was
pretty shitty. Biggest improvement. Next one I want to throw out would be Ash. Being non-existent, I mean, she came in. She's going to be very strong. Not really an improvement because that's her base, her base level she came out with, but still worth noting. That's huge. Just the game in general. Congrats. Next one is Valk. That is a massive buff to her just from getting a new map.
Yeah, she just got better from a map.
Exactly. Just an inherent buff on the rotations, all those kind of things. It's amazing to play Valk on this map. Give it a try. 4th, Pathfinder. Pathfinder, it's literally your fucking Tarzan running through this shit. It's fucking awesome.
It's badass.
And last is Loba. Anytime you get a new map, you need to find the loot. You don't know where it's at. Loba gives a great access to all the loot in the game.
And she's caked out.
And she's caked
for
up.
sure caked. Listen, I'm not going to act like Cheek Scale didn't play effect in this.
There you go. Kyle.
Kyle, you can go, by the way.
Oh, thanks, Carter.
No problem.
I was actually going to ask you, but, Wyatt just gave it to me.
I just gave it to him. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Thanks,
I
Carter,
see how
for
it
letting
is.
me go.
No, I apologize.
So mine is the bad bitch power ranking because I feel like, there's lots of bad bitches in here, but I feel like there's the baddest of the bad, and then there's, the less bad.
The girl bosses.
The girl bosses that are out
The
in the
ones
game.
who run this shit.
They run the shit, okay? You know what I'm saying?
Who runs the world?
Girls. Who runs the world?
Girls. So, in number 5 of running the world, I have Rampart because I feel like she is a bad bitch.
She is a bad bitch.
Yeah. Number 4, I got Valk because she is definitely a bad bitch.
Oh, she's such a bad bitch.
Anybody who can open a beer and then chug it in 1 second, bad bitch.
Also, I don't know if you guys saw on the Play Apex Twitter account, but Valk bagged Loba in one of the videos. So there we go.
Yes, yeah. They're
they didn't maybe they did, but she definitely. So Loba was sad about Bangalore, and then by the end of the video, Loba's kind of very flirty, and they I think they go on a date or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Girls are gonna get.
Imagine the top 2 on the cheek scale and the S tier just clapping.
Dude, crazy.
Oh my god, that's
Fucking nuts.
insane. I'll cut that out. I just wanted to say that.
Number 3 of the bad bitch scale, I would say, is Wraith because I feel like she's just bad. As soon as remember that one thing that I think it was a skit or something where it's where Mirage is I would never make fun of Wraith for drinking a fucking what is this sissy girl appletini because the last guy that did got beat the fuck up, and I just picture Wraith as one of those chicks that's super girly, but you say anything mean to her, she just beats the shit out of you.
Girl boss.
Yes.
Girl boss.
And then number 2 is Loba because she's got the stature.
Yeah, her parents were killed and she's still carrying on.
Yes, she's strong-willed.
Killed
strong.
right in front of her face.
Yes, cold
blood.
Yeah, just father's neck snapped in half.
Yeah.
Mom shot right in the head.
Yeah, not good.
Not good.
Not good stuff.
But she still came out on top.
She still came out.
Number 1, obviously, is Ash. Okay. Badass. Now, she's so badass that she has a mouse that literally just follows her around.
Mommy energy, to be honest with
100%.
you. Dommy Mommy energy. And if you're a Grab My Banner listener, that's a throwback for
She's
you.
100% Dommy Mommy.
Yeah, there you go.
She should be in the next Dommy Mommy drive.
Yeah, when we have another one, she's in.
What are you talking about?
Oh, sorry, never mind.
I mean,
I don't know
what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're
we
talking
never
about.
had one.
What?
And
No.
if we ever did have one, maybe
she'd be in it, but
it.
we're not
No, I
even.
mean,
why would we talk about it? We never
would
did
never
it.
have
We never even
those.
fucking
Whoa.
did it. Carter.
Hello.
You can go now.
I didn't know what our power rankings were supposed to be of.
Anything you want.
So I did potential shoe game.
Okay.
For 5, I have Valk.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
thought
She
might have some shoe game.
Dude, she's got
She
shoe
has
game.
swag.
She's got so
She
much
definitely
shoe
got
game.
shoe game.
4, I have Mirage.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Easily.
Sneakerhead.
Easy.
Yeah.
Sneakerhead.
Huge.
3, Loba.
I
Yeah.
think she's a
I
different
should-
type of. She's
No.
not sneakers.
Yeah,
she's more just.
like.
But she got
classy.
nice
She's got those
shoes.
nice
Yeah.
heels.
Yeah,
She's got this high end designer.
I kind of wanted to switch Valk and Loba, but I just thought
There are
Loba-
different types of
It's-
shoes.
yeah,
it's
Like
different-
Loba would
different
have
deals.
red bottoms, whereas Valk
Yes.
would
I
have
thought,
Jordan.
Valk would be more of sneakers, and then
Yeah.
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 I think
For sure.
I think you're in the right frame of
For
mind.
sure.
2, I have Seer.
Oh yeah,
Sear definitely got some
Sear's the
shoe
equivalent.
game.
Sear's the equivalence of Loba when it comes to shoe game for the male.
I
Sear-
feel like I once hated Sear, and now I'm like a huge Sear fan.
Dude,
now.
Sear would be sponsored by Nike 100%.
Yeah.
He would be
100%.
like the cover of Nike.
You think he's sponsored by Nike?
100%.
Dude, I figure
Bro, he's got six pack.
Bro, I
Yeah.
feel like he's a John Madden kind of guy.
No.
What?
Yeah.
He's
John Madden's a tough guy.
No, not John Madden, the coach. John Madden, the designer.
No,
the
he's
guy who
Nike.
makes the shoes and like not John Madden, but like wearing his like clothes. I feel like he's a name brand designer style.
Maybe like
you know.
Saint Laurent, like fancy ass clothes.
Yeah, like like he's Loba as far as like the guys go. For all the guys' shoes, he's the one that collects all that.
He's wearing
Okay.
Gucci
And the
shit?
best shoe game player out here is Crypto.
Oh yeah, he's got
Yeah.
the yes sir. He's got the
Crypto
hype
got
beast
the
skin.
shoe game.
Yes sir, he does. I like that top 5.
I do.
I like
I
this
actually
segment.
like that.
Honorable
like it.
mention, I just want to throw out there because I think that would be a good one. If you've seen the new Gibby skin, he's
Oh, yeah.
wearing fucking Nikes, bro.
I was thinking, it was like, does Gibby go on this list? And I was trying to think about like what kind of shoes he would rock, and it was just like
Flip-flops.
sandals. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Flip-flops.
Do
yeah.
I?
Yeah, you do.
No.
It's like
Flip
sandals
flops.
and Birkenstocks.
I feel like he's like the
Flip-flops are life.
Shaq of the shoe game,
Oh,
okay?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
he's got like dope shoes, but they're just fucking gigantic.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, well, that should just about do it for episode 60. Get out there and enjoy yourself some season 11. You deserve it because it is a fantastic season, and I've enjoyed myself thoroughly on the season so far, and I'm sure everybody else has at this table as well. We are going to catch you guys next week for episode 61, and we'll see you guys on the other side.
See ya.